On the morning of February 19, 2020, Hannah Clark was loading her 3 children into the car. Alia, 6 years old, Lionel, 4 years old, Trey, 3 years old. It was a school morning and a regular routine. Then suddenly the car door opened. Rowan Baxter, her estranged husband, climbed in, doused the interior with gasoline, and set the car on fire with his own children inside. Hannah escaped the burning vehicle, with her body covered in burns across 97% of her skin. She screamed to witnesses on the street, "Call the police. He's trying to kill me. He's poured petrol on me." She died that same night in hospital. Her 3 children did not survive. Rowan Baxter stabbed himself in the chest on the street and died at the scene. In one morning, 5 lives were gone. To understand how a man reaches the point of murdering his own children, we need to understand a psychological pattern called coercive control. Coercive control is not simply physical abuse. It is a systematic pattern of behavior designed to dominate, isolate, and psychologically imprison a partner. It includes controlling what a partner wears, who they speak to, where they work, and who they spend time with. It includes surveillance, financial manipulation, sexual coercion, and relentless intimidation. Psychologists describe it as building an invisible cage around a person, one that tightens over years, so gradually that the victim often struggles to recognize it as abuse at all. But here is the most dangerous moment in the cycle of coercive control: the moment the victim tries to leave. Research consistently shows that the period immediately following separation is the most lethal phase for victims of domestic abuse. When a controlling partner loses their grip on power, the risk of extreme violence, including homicide, rises dramatically. Rowan Baxter's case is a textbook and deeply tragic illustration of this pattern. From the outside, the Baxter family appeared perfect. Rowan was a former professional rugby player, physically imposing, socially confident, and well-connected. Hannah was warm, hardworking, and devoted to her children. Their social media pages showed a smiling family, beach trips, birthday parties, football games. But behind those photographs, Hannah was living a completely different reality. Rowan controlled every aspect of her life. He dictated what she wore to work. He forbade her from wearing shorts. He demanded sex every night, regardless of her wishes. He monitored her phone calls, using a hidden device planted in her home. He followed her around the shopping mall where she worked, threatening her in front of colleagues. Her employer, Louis Bartlett, witnessed Rowan's behavior firsthand. He watched him trail Hannah through the mall, making threats. He helped her arrange a will. She had already begun preparing for her own death. When Hannah finally found the courage to leave Rowan and move back to her parents' home, the situation escalated rapidly. A bitter custody dispute began over their 3 children. Hannah obtained a protection order against him. Rowan violated it. He was arrested in late January 2020 and released on bail. His next court date was set for April. In the weeks between his release and that court date, Hannah confided in her mother, Sue Clark, with a question that revealed the depth of her fear. "What will happen to my kids when he kills me and goes to jail?" She was not being dramatic. She was being precise. On the morning of February 19th, Hannah loaded the kids into the car outside her parents' home in Camp Hill, Brisbane. CCTV footage later revealed that in the days prior, Rowan had purchased gasoline, cleaning solution, and multiple zip ties. He had been planning this for some time. He approached the car, opened the door, and poured petrol over Hannah and the children and ignited it. He physically prevented the children from escaping. Neighbors rushed to help. One sustained burns to his face trying to reach the children. Hannah managed to escape the vehicle. Her body catastrophically burned. Then she screamed her final warnings to witnesses before collapsing. She was rushed to the Royal Brisbane Hospital. Despite giving a statement to investigators from her hospital bed, she died that evening. The investigation that followed brought 2 things to light: the full horror of Rowan's behavior and the systemic failures that allowed it to reach this point. Witnesses who knew Rowan described him consistently as controlling, aggressive, and narcissistic. A rugby teammate called him hot-headed with a short fuse. A pastor who counseled the couple said Rowan had lost all control over his own behavior. Friends described years of bullying that went unchallenged. His own cousin, Alana Hampson, revealed she had fled the family home at age 14 due to Rowan's violent behavior. His son from a previous relationship testified that growing up with his father had permanently damaged his mental health. Most critically, investigators found that the system designed to protect Hannah had failed her at multiple points. Coroner Jane Bentley, whose voice broke during her findings, concluded that Rowan was not mentally ill. He was a skilled manipulator. She called for immediate reform of police training, the domestic abuse, and demanded a dedicated multidisciplinary response unit. The early press conference by lead investigator Mark Thompson drew national outrage when he appeared to frame the murder as a response to Rowan being pushed too far. The public reaction was swift and fierce. Hannah's family channeled their grief into action, founding the non-profit Small Steps for Hannah, dedicated to reducing domestic and family violence across Australia. The case reached the highest levels of Australian government. Prime Minister Scott Morrison addressed Parliament directly. Our families should be the safest place on earth, especially for our children. He had been dangerous for years, controlling, surveilling, threatening, and isolating Hannah long before that morning. The warning signs were visible to neighbors, colleagues, friends, and family. Coercive control is not a private matter. It is a pattern of behavior that, left unchallenged, escalates. Research tells us that the most dangerous words a victim of coercive control can say to their abuser are, "I'm leaving." Hannah said those words. She did everything right. She left. She sought protection. She spoke to authorities. And the system, at multiple points, did not protect her or her children adequately. Her story is not just a crime story. It is a warning about what happens when we fail to recognize coercive control as the life-threatening pattern it truly is, before it is too late. Hannah Clarke was 31 years old. She deserved a long life. So did her children.